I'm really not ready to start my video, but I guess I am if they started, right? But that's the important thing, that someone's here. Look, I'm down in the mall at the Smithsonian Institution, National Museum of American History. Oh, it's one of great building if you get down to Washington, D.C. This has like the first computers in it. Last time I was here, I was telling you guys that how I used to teach computer science back in the 70s. And back then, when the first computers come out, they were just as big as a room. And they had the first one in here, and they still do. It's called ENIAC, and it was at the University of Pennsylvania. And I'd come down here and show the people what it looked like. It was bigger than a house at that time. And the ones we used in the office and stuff were as big as a room. You had a computer room in the basement. That's what we had. Now that those are gone, days gone by. But I want to talk about grants, and particularly government grants for small business. A lot of people call the SBA and they'll say, hey, I saw Lesco on the phone or on the TV or whatever the hell you saw me. And he talked about government grants, and they'll say they don't have any. And that's true, but it does, that they don't have any. But if they don't know about it, that's too bad, because they're not helping people like they should. Because there's so many other ways than the SBA. Now, the SBA used to have a grants during COVID, and that was huge, you know, and a lot of people got grants, and I even got some, and so that is what everybody looks for, is one place. But see, the government grants for business are really more at the local. Why are they there? Because offices, where cities, states, counties, all these people compete for companies to create jobs, okay? So they're all in the business of helping people create jobs for their locality, so wherever they live. So then you have special offices within the city government, special offices within county government, special offices within the state government, and even groups of counties, and even other nonprofit organizations that are all in business, and they're nonprofit or government, to help people create jobs. So that means a job for yourself. That means a job where you're going to grow and hire somebody else. That means you have an invention for an idea or something like that. All those, they're government offices that do that. Now, the SBA is sort of part of that, but they're not the main responsibility for where you live. So that's what you have to get into, is finding those offices where you live that are really involved in creating jobs for people, starting new business, things like that. Let me tell you some offices here. Here, California. Okay, California, the state of California just created $330 million worth of money that is going to be used. Okay, 330 million. Okay, I don't know what that is. You don't know what that, how big that is, but it's a lot of money. So what they did, California gave the money to cities in Southern California to create jobs, and they could listen. Here's how they could use the money. Okay, to provide loans, to provide grants, and to provide forbearance for small and minority-owned businesses, consumers, and low-income, underserved communities. Okay, now that sounds like my people, doesn't it? And that's what. So they have $330 million. You won't read about it because you don't know where it is, and you're going to ask the SBA, and they won't know where it is. But you have to find out where that is. Okay. And it's called the Emergency Capital Investment Funds, okay? Emergency Capital Investment Funds. Write that down. Now, if you're not in California, well, then you're SOL, right, on this program. But you have to realize what I'm trying to do is teach you that there's things like this where you live. I mean, so many people say, oh, why don't you do something in Pennsylvania? Well, I'm showing you what the kinds of things that are in Pennsylvania. Now you have to do some work, to find them in Pennsylvania. They're not going to come to you. and people aren't going to because they don't make money. See, and if they're making money out of selling you a grant, then they'll advertise to try to find you in Google. But because they don't do that, Google won't tell you about them. I mean, it's in Google, but it's going to be on page 89 or something of your printout. So there's money there. You have to find out your economic development office. How do you find them? Well, you could call your elected official's office. And don't forget, the other thing about looking for this kind of money, if someone says no, that's just only one no. It's sort of like looking for a date for the prom. If somebody says no, it doesn't mean the whole class not going to go out with you. Well, depending on who you are, maybe that's not true. And you got to keep looking. The same way with a job. If somebody said, no, we can't hire you, are you going to say, well, nobody's going to hire you? No. Same way with money. You have to say, oh, we can't lend you money. You think every bank is the same way? You think every government office is the same? If one says no, we don't have money for you, go home. That nobody has money for you, you go home. Well, that's just, you don't know that, And if you want to give up, then that's fine. It's up to you. I can't tell you what to do with your life. I mean, to me, the epitome of the biggest sin in life we have is telling somebody else what to do in life when we don't even know what the hell to do with our own life. So why the hell? What gives us the audacity to tell somebody else what to do with their life when we don't even know what to do with our life? So that's important to realize, I think. Okay, here's another one. A place called Richland County. I think it's in North Carolina. 803. Where's 803? Okay, so this is a county, in Richland County. Okay, they have $16 million that the county is giving out. Okay, now here, what they're having is free help to learn how to apply for this grant money. It's all grant money. $16 million they're giving out. So they have free lessons to help you figure out how to apply for grant money. Everybody says, oh, I need a grant writer. No, you don't. I mean, you may, but don't worry about if you need it or not. Most likely you won't. And if you have to see the application first before you do anything else to think that you need a grant writer. Because most people say, I need a grant writer, and they don't even have a kind of grant to write on yet. Now, that's silly, isn't it? But it's logical, and I understand the process. I was there, too, at one time. South Carolina. Oh, good, yeah. Thank you, Will. Okay, now, here you could apply for this grant to use for a small business, if you're a small business, if you're a nonprofit, if you want to train for a new job, if you want education, if you want home repairs, or if you're a senior. That's $16 million they're giving out, and they're training people how to apply for it, okay? All for free. Now, wow, and you could apply for 3 of them. Now that was amazing. See, what do you mean there's no grants for business? There it is. Okay, here's another one. Maryland, this is in the state of Maryland. They just passed a law. They announced today, this is on, September 21st, a couple days ago. They have $86 million from the Treasury Emergency Capital Investment Program, okay? Now this is money that the Treasury gave to every state, every locality to help people in their locality get back on their feet, okay? And that's, it's a law that just passed. And there's, what was that, how many $1 million? $86 million that's available to support local businesses so they can create jobs and expand economic opportunities for Maryland, okay? So it's there. All those millions and millions of dollars just was passed by the state government, 86 million, and it's there for small businesses to create jobs and expand economic opportunities for Maryland. So if you're a small business, you want to grow your business and hire people and things like that, or whatever it is, buy another business, it's for small businesses. $86 million, and that's from the Treasury that gives to the state. and then the state has to pay it off, okay? I mean, pay it out. So they put it, because it's too hard for the federal government to figure out what's good and bad, so they give it to the state, okay? Now here's another one, up in Vermont, okay? And what they have, aid for struggling businesses. Aid for struggling businesses. Okay, here's the program. Now, it is a forgivable loan. They don't call it a grant. So if you ask this company, this office, about money for your business, a grant, and you said grant, you would miss this, because this is a forgivable loan. It's sort of like the Paycheck Protection Program. That was a forgivable loan. This is a forgivable loan. And listen how much you could get. $350,000. $350,000 forgivable loan. That's if you're a struggling business. You could use it for working capital or shortfalls, or you're in financial trouble. Businesses that are struggling. You name me a business that is not struggling. But $350,000. Wow. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? Okay, here's another one. Howard County. This is in Maryland again. They have $25,000 grant, and this is a grant for a new idea. So if you have a new idea for your business, they're going to give you $25,000 plus, listen to this, what else they give you is top business mentors. You get free mentors. Coaches, you get free coaches. And subject matter experts will lead you through an 8-week boot camp at no cost to participants. So here's 8 weeks of coaching you to start a business, and $25,000 you get a crack at, and you get all this 8 weeks of training for being an entrepreneur for free. That's all free. And you just have to know it's there to be able to apply for it. This is Howard County, Maryland. That's amazing to me. I mean, 8 weeks. I mean, you're going to go and Google for training to start a business. They're going to charge. They're going to charge you tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, these are the people who are going to charge you nothing, plus give you money. Now, what would you rather do? Get an MBA and spend $50,000, or make $25,000, and somebody who teach you how to start a business from people on the ground doing it. Mentors in there, not professors who probably haven't started a business in their life, but I could be wrong. And that's what's out there, or if you dig, but it doesn't come to people unless they dig. So you dig it. If you don't dig it, you're not going to get it. So remember, you got to dig it. But that's $25,000. Now, here's another interesting one too. The Defense Department is giving out $30 million to small business, okay? Why? For you to get contracts. And they have, the Department of Defense announced Office of Local Defense Community Cooperation, okay? 6 grants worth $30 million under the Defense Manufacturing Community Support Program. Now, all that sounds like bullshit. If you've never heard it before, whatever, it's nonsense. Who cares? It's money. Defense Manufacturing Community Support Program makes long-term investments in critical skills, facilities, workforce, research, development, and business support, okay? So that means they're gonna buy your stuff if you're a small business. See, and what's so neat about that is if you don't know how to do that, there's offices that get grants to help you figure out how to do that. Now that's really cool. But people don't know that either. Yeah. And so they'll go on Google, and some marketing expert will say they'll save the world and you'll be a millionaire by Thursday, and that's all bullshit too. Because there's offices that the government pays professionals who help you for free. They already got paid. They'll never ask you for money, and they'll help you get contracts better than anybody else possibly can. But you don't know that, and neither do many small businesses. Well, here's another one for Veterans Day. They're giving out $25,000. The deadline is, what is today? September? Right. Okay, deadline's October 18th for $25,000. And it's called, I'm sorry, I did another thing on this. So if you look up about 2 or 3 videos ago, I did a blow up on this, but it's for veterans, and they're giving out $1,000 to 25 veterans, because I compared it to what we're giving out is $40,000 to 70 people, and we do that every month. We give out $40,000, and it's only to members of Lesco Help, and you get either $1,000 or $500, and if you don't make it this month, you could apply again for next month. And it's a oh, my mind's drifting again. So getting old, man. It gets to you. And we gave out like $350,000 last year. This year we'll probably give out $400,000 or more. That's just what we do with the profits on Lesco Help. So when you join Lesco Help for $20, we pay ourselves first and the expenses, and then we have usually about $40,000 at the end of the month that we give back to the members. So it's the members that get that money back, and nobody else but the members, okay? So don't remember about the remembers, or remember about the remembers. Remember? You remember the members? I remember the members. Okay, your husband did Sable back? You want to know about that, okay? Oh, it's called Founders First CDC. Founders, Founders, FIRST, and then cdc.org. And they have a whole bunch of grant programs. If you go to the tabs on top, it's a nonprofit organization. That's why, because it's called ORG. So that means they're not going to get money from you, and they're giving away money, okay? They go raise money to help the project that they're trying to help, and that's veterans. Okay, so you want to know about that. What is it? I talked about 8 or 10 things already. That's when people say there's no grants, that's crazy. I was going to add one in. There's a grant. Actually, this is everywhere. You get $5,000 if you're a small business to sell products overseas. You know, who knows about that? No, everybody, oh, there's no grants. And that's what pisses me off about the Small Business Administration. So many of the offices say that there's no grants, you know, and well, yeah, everybody gets bad stuff. I mean, a lot of people call me an idiot too. You get used to that, and you just kind of trek on and do what you feel you have to do in life, because nobody can tell you what to do. They don't know what to do their own life. So it's up to you that you have to get out there and keep building your own life. And some of the things, like with me or anybody else, may or may not work. You have to build it. Life is a work of art that we all have to build ourselves. We're the painter, and we have to decide. We get guidance and things like this, but here's for $268 million as part of the American Rescue Plan to help small businesses, okay? Small businesses, all for in Pennsylvania. $268 million for helping small business. And if you contact the governor there, he'll know about it. Here the counties got, Berks County got $3 million, Bucks County got $4 million, Chester County got $3 million, Cumberland County got $2 million, you know, to give to small businesses. I need tax grants, Texas grants. Well, you have to find them like this, you know, and that's what Lesco Help is. We help you find them. But if you don't want to pay me, that's okay. You could go to lescohelpfree.com, and I have a report there for free how to find the money in Texas or any other state. So that's lescohelpfree.com. And if you want to pay me money, $20, that's lescohelp.com. And what we do is give you unlimited help in applying for government money, services, and everything. You could ask us 100 questions a day if you like, and some people do. They're greedy. They're just they need help, and that's fine. And we also give out money, and we have training. We have grant training. We have free reports on everything. We have grant training, like 3 training live video training programs every week. We have 3 of them. And you tune in, it's online, video, free, and you can ask questions and get answers from other people. And that's the other thing we have, if you're a member, is that other members help you. See, we're not only the people who help you, other members help you too, because they just applied for it. I learn more from the members. I can't keep track on everything. So they, see, and I just tell you about the program. I haven't applied to any of these things I'm telling you about. I'm just telling you the real. And see what members do. They tell you, hey, I applied to this. This is how I did this. This is what I do. Now, if you're a member, go over and look at testimonials or in the government grant Gopher Award section on Lesco Help too. And you'll see wonderful stories, and the people lay it out step by step. Have to your compelling. No, you don't have to write a compelling grant letter. Not for any of the programs I mentioned. You know, there are programs that you have to write a grant letter, but they're for larger organizations or big nonprofits and things like that. For every program, 99% of the programs I mentioned for the last 40 years did not require a government grant writer. You don't have to write a big story. That's only before if you're trying to convince somebody on an idea. None of these programs are. They're for money for people need it. And that's where, they give out $27,000 per every family every year in this kind of money that requires no grant writing. And you don't really know. Sure, there may be one or something that you run into, but don't worry about it until you see it, because 9 times out of 100, you'll never see that. So you can't say you need a grant writer until you see the grant you want to apply for. That's when you decide if you need a grant writer, and not before then. We all, think of the worst cases. And the worst cases never happen. Like, don't drive a car because you're going to die. Yeah, that's true. But we all get in the car every day and go to town, right? But you're going to die. Don't write a grant because you'll need a grant writer. That's true. But we all get in the car and get these grants every day, and nothing happens. So it's people scaring you and want your money. That's why people scare you, because they want to sell you something, because you're going to die if you don't give them money. Which is absolutely nonsense. New Jersey has a home rebate program for your taxes. It's called Anchor Benefit. Ooh, that's terrific. So is that like for taxes? Is that in New Jersey, a home rebate program? It's called Anchor Benefit, right? I got to write that down because I want to share that with it. They give you $150 back on your taxes. Is that property taxes or any kind of taxes? Anchor, what was that? I call Anchor Benefit. And I just read, I didn't do a report on this yet, but that California is going to send out about, $500 free money to everybody in California, I think this week. Stay tuned, I'll talk about that in the next day or so. Anchor Benefit, New Jersey, and it's $1,500. Okay. Anybody else got, on the property tax, that's great. People low income, they have trouble with everything. You blind or just selectively answering questions? I can't answer all of them. Sorry. No, that's what I do at Lesco Help. I don't have time. I'm freezing actually out here. It's cold out here. But no, I'm just trying to educate you, tell you where these are. I told you a good place to get free help is at lescohelpfree.com. If you want personal help, I'm at lescohelp.com. And that's where you can ask 100 questions today, but you don't have to. I mean, there's plenty of free. You go back to read my other videos. See my other videos here. The Anchor Benefit is for homeowners and renters. Oh, renters get it too. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, that's a good. See all this stuff, and there's people out there who don't know this. Yeah, right. So that's why. See now, if you remember, you would share this on Let's Go Help, and all the people there who are from New Jersey will really appreciate that. Yeah, renters too. So that's what Lesco Help is about, is sharing and helping and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of problems in the world, and it hurts me that I can't solve every one of them, because I think I can at least get you closer to something. I mean, I don't guarantee you get the money. I don't guarantee any of this will work for you. I have no idea. And what I do know is that these programs are real and they may help you, and that you should at least try to do something with it. At least try, whether you use me or not, all this stuff. And go to LescoHelpFree.com and you download a whole bunch of reports that will get you going. And members, don't forget, apply by October 4th. October 4th, we're giving out $40,000. And if you don't make it in that count, we'll do it again. So October or November, then we'll have November 4th deadline. We're giving out $40,000 a month now. Gave out about $350,000, and we'll give about $400,000 this year. So make sure you apply for that. Make sure you're signed up for our live video grant training on Lesco Help too, okay? And it's a dreary day at the mall in Washington, D.C., but it's fun. It's still sort of summer, maybe the last days, but have to get out the jammies. Oh, it's Eric. Wow. Yeah, I've been off Instagram for many months, and I decided to put it on again because I just got kicked off of TikTok, and that was sort of maybe looked like I had some hope doing that, but I can't talk to the robots. The robots don't like it for something, and you're gone, and try to get back on, then gone. Talking to robots, particularly if the robots are in China, that's harder to talk to. So anywhere we'll get a free. You remember where the cameras are. Now I bring my own camera. It beats paying for ads, right? Stay well, my friend. Talk to you soon.